She's squishy. She's good. Yeah, she's good. She's mad. She's really mad. I feel like I would make so many more videos if I had a camera that wasn't 100 pounds. I'm literally trying to hold this camera up with my one arm right now, and it's probably not gonna last very long. Not to mention it's also probably out of focus. I don't fucking know. I've just been thinking a lot about how I just want to make like I watch a lot of vlogging channels, and like people will just talk and they'll talk about everything and anything, and they just kind of do it. They just kind of freaking do it, but they have like a good personality, so it works. I don't know if I have that. So do me a favor, comment on this video. Just tell me anything. I don't care. You can insult me. I don't care. That way the algorithm works for me, so I can eventually get monetized and afford a better camera. Then I will have more skate videos. I'll have more interesting videos once I get a better camera. I promise. I promise. I just cannot lug this camera around all the time. Actually, we're gonna sit. I need my coffee. I can't just film and not have my coffee. That would not be. My coffee would get cold. Before anybody says anything, yes, I did get a haircut. But, you know, as I said in my previous video, my best friend is my hairstylist. So what happened was, I went down to visit my mom, my grandma, my boyfriend, and my friends, who have all been really safe with this COVID stuff, even though Texas is getting bad, y'all. Texas is getting bad. I'm gonna give you the play-by-play of what I did while I was down there, but I did get a haircut while I was there because it was just us. And I have to deal with strangers who have possibly contracted COVID. Except, so I was staying with my boyfriend because that's like the most comfortable place for me to stay when I'm visiting family. It's an ordeal. I spent like 3 nights there, I think, or 3 days, I'm not sure. Like, I was like back for 2 hours, and he finds out that one of his coworkers has COVID. She tested positive. She's asymptomatic, but she tested positive. We had no idea she even tested. So what they call that for me is secondhand exposure. Him and both of his roommates all work with her, so there's a pretty high chance that I've contracted it. So I'm self-isolating. I'm out of work now for this week, and he got tested. There's not a whole lot of places I can get tested here, so I'm not doing that yet. There's a place I can get tested on Tuesday. So if any of his roommates or him come out positive, I'm gonna get tested on Tuesday. I'm really hoping I don't have it. I'm not gonna lie, I have a sore throat, but I also have really bad seasonal allergies, so it could just be that. I kind of look like a Pokemon trainer. I mentioned in one of my previous videos that I started a new job, and my new job is really, really awesome. I really like it a lot. It's at a brewery / coffee shop. So I serve both coffee and beer, and it's a good time. And everybody that works there is so freaking nice, and they're so cool. And I really desperately just want them to be my friends outside of work. Currently, I don't know, it's also because I'm quarantining right now, and I've been away from work for already like a week. I just feel very left out and very forgotten and very unimportant. And that's something that I feel like a lot of people feel often, and I'm really trying hard to stop feeling that way and like direct my mind in like a more positive train of thought. It's just really hard. I don't really know how to deal with it, and I know that these people care about me and want to be my friend. I've hung out with them several times, but I always feel like when I'm invited to things, it's only because I was in proximity when they were making plans, or like because I invited somebody who was part of their original plans to go somewhere, and so they feel like they have to invite me to, you know, nobody's really made plans with me, you know what I mean? And I feel like I shouldn't take this so personally, like I'm new, but so are some of the other people they're hanging out with, you know, so it's a little hard. But yeah, being alone in my apartment definitely is getting to me quite a bit. I'm gonna turn. It's not really fun. I am kind of glad that I can like just kind of chill and like play video games or whatever, but I also catch myself just mindlessly watching YouTube videos for like 4 or 5 hours at a time. I don't know. I think that people often will take things personally, like people like me at least. I feel like most people don't take things as personally as I do, and it's really discouraging because then I'm like, am I crazy? You know what I mean? Also, I'm pissed off at a lot of people that are going out to bars and like yada yada. You know, that's the reason I'm quarantining right now, is some jerk just wanted to like hang out at bars, go to restaurants. I also am like hesitant to post videos like this where I just kind of talk and maybe give subpar advice for people that are feeling the way I'm feeling, even though I can't even freaking figure out what to do about my own issues. But you know, I watch those kind of videos all the time. Like, I was just watching Teddy Robs, which is probably a YouTuber that you've never heard of. No offense, Teddy. You make great content, you deserve more views, but like his videos videos get an average of like 400 views, you know? But he's great. He's really great, and he just kind of does this. He's more interesting because he's in Japan. But you know, another thing that I've been really struggling with during this quarantine thing, and I've been just kind of struggling with in general, is I have like an eating thing. I don't want to call it an eating disorder. I don't really know if it is an eating disorder. One of my previous therapists said that I'm on the spectrum of eating disorders, but she also never decided to fucking take initiative and help me with it. I don't know. She's kind of a bad therapist. I have a wonderful therapist now, and she's been teaching me all about like intuitive eating, which is kind of something that I still haven't quite grasped. But basically just eating what you want when your body tells you you're hungry, you know, just kind of not focusing so much on the nutritional value of food, and really listening to your body and what it needs, which is way harder than it sounds. I feel like most people who don't struggle with a food thing or like disordered eating, sorry, you really distracted me.
What was I saying?
Oh, people that don't struggle with disordered eating or eating disorders, I feel like they intuitively eat just like naturally. But like diet culture is so ingrained in our society that it's almost impossible for people to realize that it's a bad thing. Like all of these freaking like fad diets and myths about food and focusing on nutritional value and seeing like things that say like fat free or sugar free or low fat, all of, you know what I'm saying? It's just there. And like I hear people talk about it all the time, like
I'm trying to eat less bread or
whatever. You know what, fuck that. I just can't do it anymore. I've been struggling with food since at least high school. I cut myself off from like so many foods in high school, and I lost like 60-70 pounds. That was not healthy for me. The good thing about that is I did learn to become more physically active, and I learned that that's something that I just enjoy. I really love running. I really like weightlifting. I love skating now. I like to be active. It makes me feel good, and it makes me feel awake. If I don't do it, I feel sluggish, you know what I mean? I was literally like, I'm not gonna go into detail because it could be triggering for some people, and when I think about it, it's honestly triggering for me, but the things I would eat was not sustainable. Like I was starving myself, and I did this for years, and I would miss out on like events or parties or like seeing friends because I knew there was gonna be pizza there, or I knew that there wasn't any food I could eat even though there was plenty of food, and I would like cry. I remember having breakdowns and crying because I was thinking about like some meal I was gonna have that was like pre-planned for me, like say we were going out to a restaurant or something, and I was like, we're going to Red Lobster.
Oh my god.
What am I gonna eat at Red Lobster or whatever restaurant? Like I would just cry, and it would just ruin my whole day, and I couldn't even, couldn't enjoy my day, two, couldn't even enjoy that meal that like was hurting me, quote unquote hurting me so bad. And it's just awful. And like honestly, I'm still stuck in it. I'm still stuck in it all day, like all the time, and I'm trying really hard to just like let myself be, just let myself do it, and I have gained some weight because of that, and I think that's making me feel freaked out and making me feel even more depressed, and it's my self-image is just, I'm really struggling with it. I really am struggling with it, and I know a lot of people struggle with this. You know, talking to my therapist has been helpful, and like knowing that this is part of the process, and with like gyms and stuff being shut down, or like maybe they're open in Texas, I don't fucking know. I'm not going to a gym right now. I can really only run. I can do body weight training. I'm not really pushing my physical activity as much as I would be if I had access to equipment, you know? So my body is going to kind of change. I'm really hoping nobody fucking comments on it. And I weighed myself for the first time in over a year, because when I was at my mom's house, there's a bathroom in the scale, there's a scale in the bathroom, and I stared at it for the longest time, and I was like, I shouldn't do this. I shouldn't weigh myself. And then I did. I haven't been able to get that number out of my head since I did that, and I really regret doing that, but I did it, and I did gain I don't want to say a significant amount of weight, because I feel like that's detrimental to myself and detrimental to other people to say that, but I did gain some weight, and I had been noticing it, and my shorts and pants don't fit as well as they had like literally a month ago. I need to remember this is all part of the process, and I'm just trying to find my set point weight, which is like a range where people's bodies fall naturally, and it's different for everybody, you know, because I feel, you know, some days I just crave vegetables and I just want to eat vegetables. Other days I just want to eat like 25 cookies. And so I've been letting myself do that. Also, like my work schedule when I was working before the Rona scare, I eat out a lot when I'm working. Wow. 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 She's so annoyed. She's like, this is not what I want. This is not good. Well, thanks a lot for listening to my rant about quarantine and depression and my eating habits and my food thing. I'm sure a lot of you can relate because I think I'm spitting everywhere. All this being said, like obviously skate videos will return. My partner is actually moving into the town here next month, so we're closing the distance, and now I can force him to record so many skate things for me. So stay tuned for that. That'll definitely happen, especially if I don't have the Rona. If I have the Rona, well, but please do me a favor and subscribe to my channel if you aren't, and please also comment. Even if you don't have anything to say, please just comment so that the algorithm will bless me, because I really want to just keep making videos, and I really need to be able to afford a new camera to do that, because my arm is in pain from this, I will say. Yeah, thanks, stay tuned, I'll see you guys next time, stay safe, don't be an idiot, don't be a dingus, don't be a Karen, and
Goodbye.